Teams at St. Joseph's University, consisting of a varying number of players, perform specific roles in order to achieve a final goal. That final goal, or product of their effort, is a victory which could be compared to a commodity. Using Karl Marx's notion of alienation, the goal of this project was to qualitatively study the alienation of college athletes from the product of victory, their fellow teammates, and themselves. Alienation, according to Karl Marx, was the byproduct of the perversion of the relation between labor and human potential. This perversion was caused by capitalism.
I'm Grace Bendon, and I play women's soccer.
My name is Brenna Ritzert. I play on the St. Joe's women's rugby team, and I am one of our wingers.
College athletes can be related to the laborer who practice endlessly every week in an attempt to achieve victory. The capitalist can be likened to the school figures and the institution who hire the student athletes to play and possibly pay them through academic scholarships. College athletes are alienated from the product of their labor, which is victory, for it does not belong to them. Rather, the win belongs to the school figures and the institution. The win goes to St. Joseph's University is often what is said at the end of the game. No individual receives credit for the win. Even those athletes who manage to win a championship game are alienated. Victory becomes a product to be sold by the school in order to possibly convince potential students to attend.
Just like they're in it to win it, and you need to win for the reputation of the school, the reputation of the coaches. Like, the coaches' jobs depends on how many wins you have.
Not only are the athletes alienated from the product of their labor, but they are alienated from the activity of production, the game or match itself. Each member of the team is nothing more than specialized cogs in a machine working towards a victory. In case of an injury, athletes can be easily replaced by a backup. Backup players are just replacement cogs to make the machine moving again.
It made it much harder for me to kind of attend team things as well, because I couldn't practice on the field, I couldn't lift, I couldn't do any of the athletic kind of things that they were doing. I couldn't add to the wins that we were getting or anything like that.
Each athlete's perception is skewed due to their own specific tasks. These perceptions lead to the alienation from fellow workers, or in this case, fellow teammates. Even though they work together, just as workers in a factory do, they are unaware of the specialized jobs each of them perform. Even during the game, aside from passing each other the ball, the athletes are almost unaware of each other and focus solely on performing their role. The final component of alienation, according to Marx, is the alienation from one's own human potential, or from oneself. The sense of self for a college athlete can be distorted. This distortion comes from the pressure to perform well as an athlete. Their desire to perform well as a student is overpowered by the influence of sports in their lives. The game is not played according to the athlete's wants and needs, but it is played according to the school figure's desires.
Definitely, I prioritize rugby over schoolwork a lot. I focus on trying to get my schoolwork done during the day, but I have never missed practice because I have schoolwork to do. That is until I got my injury.
We get special help from teachers because we have to miss class, and we do get like a lot of food given to us for free, and we get a lot of gear and stuff like that, but it also all comes like at a price. Like, we earn those things, and special treatment from teachers isn't always the best thing because we end up missing class anyway, which is the most important part.
A college athlete's sense of self and sense of humanity can be stripped away. Their consciousness is ultimately destroyed, and their relationships with others is controlled. They are forced to spend time with fellow teammates.
We practice 3 to 4 hours a day, and that includes practicing, lifting, running, film, and your mandatory study hall hours are 8 hours a week, as well as if you're not like deemed fit by the coaches, like you have to do extra running or extra lifts, something like that. And then we have games on the weekends. We have 2 games a week.
Weekly games and a brutal practice schedule take over their lives. All of this may be keeping college athletes from their true human potential.